Well, I'm here to do another video. So hey everybody, it's this video. I've listened, I've watched, I've gone on social media, Facebook, Twitter, watched videos, other YouTubers talk about this, and I think I need to throw in my 2 cents as well about this. Now, look, what I'm about to say this does not mean I'm never going to be a WWE fan. This is not me saying, oh, fuck the WWE. No, no. I'm still going to watch WWE. No, still like WWE, but there are problems with it. I just need to just come out and just explain the issues. I mean, it's not like TNA. I mean, TNA is literally the only thing I don't watch. It's utter crap that just deserves to die. Like, it just needs to go on. And just for the record, if I mention anything about Lucha Underground, do not spoil anything. I mean it. Do not spoil anything on Ultima Lucha Tres at all. I have not watched it. I am playing something big for Ultima Lucha Tres. I don't want to know any results. I don't want to know who wins, who loses, or what happens. If you want to tell me the match was good, great. You can tell me that, but do not give me any results. I really cannot wait for Ultima Lucha, and I really just want to watch it all the way through. If you want a spoiler, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let the 4 weeks go by, and when all 4 episodes of Ultima Lucha Tres are done, I'm going to be doing live reactions with probably Brandon. We're going to watch all 4 episodes in a row, and we're going to do live reactions to it, treat it like it's all in one show. And that's how we're going to do it. Kind of doing like a pay-per-view live reactions to Ultima Lucha Tres. That's what I want to do. Just do it one sitting and just watch all the way through, and we can do a review there, because that's how much I love Ultima Lucha. I don't want to watch it part for part. I just want to watch the entire thing through and enjoy for what it is. So that's it. With that being said, but again, no spoilers, please, no spoilers. With that being said, I want to go ahead and address this now. WWE is not in a great state right now. Now, we've all already complained about WWE Past, but honestly, WWE is taking a new low now. The attendances now in shows are horrific. I mean, I went to SmackDown, my first SmackDown, a couple weeks ago in Oakland at the Oracle Arena, and there's a tire section, a big attire section, all covered down. There was nobody in the seats whatsoever. It was bad. And apparently this week, the arena is bigger, and even more sections were not even filled out. It was bad. It's bad. And people are just not interested in the product. But the question remains, like, why are people not attending these shows? And it's not just SmackDown. SmackDown gets the worst of it right now, but also live events don't get that many people tuning in. Raws get a little bit more, but not by much. And again, this has nothing to do with just, oh, Raw just sucks now. I mean, I hate to say SmackDown's not as good as it used to be. I mean, I'm being honest, and this is coming from a SmackDown guy. SmackDown used to be a show where I'm like, yes, I can't wait for SmackDown. What's going to happen? Now I'm like, I guess we'll see what happens. That's kind of mindset. Raw, I expect nothing really good. I expect maybe a segment or maybe a match to be somewhat decent, and then everything else to be repeat crap. And SmackDown is just like, I guess we'll see what happens with it. It's sad. And WWE employees are becoming so ignorant. They're telling their fans to shut up and enjoy the product, pretty much, like Goldust. You have Goldust apparently on Twitter that recently spoke on Twitter saying it's just a TV show, so just enjoy it. Pretty much in a nutshell, saying quit your bitching and go enjoy the damn product that you're watching. It's like, that's an insult. And I find it solely because I think it's the only time. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is the only time where somebody actually says something like this, where if something's not doing good, they tell their audience to just stop complaining and just enjoy it. You know, there's tons of albums, like music albums, that don't get sold out or not very good, but you don't see artists lash out on them. Directors, actors for bad movies, stuff like that. You don't see that happening. I actually thought that was a good point by Delexman, so appreciate that. I never knew that, and that's actually a good point. But I need to address this because honestly, just because there's a few good things on WWE right now, that does not mean the show's good. And I had an argument with one of my friends recently. I'm not going to name the person, but we had an argument, and they were defending SmackDown. They go, "Oh, Road Dogg's doing great. You know, he's doing good. He's making." And no joke, this was this person's words. He's making SmackDown better. No, Ryan Ward was making SmackDown better because it actually sold out arenas. With Road Dogg, arenas are not selling out. In fact, viewership is decreasing. I mean, okay, we'll go over this. Let's go over the positives with SmackDown now. Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon's story. That's fine. I like that. Okay, I'll give Road Dogg credit. I like that. Could be a little bit better, but it's good for what it is. Usos and New Day. I think that's great. I love their matches right now. I like how they're building this up. They're going to have a tag team Hell Cell. I think that's great. That's cool. I like that. The U.S. Championship is starting to get more prestige now. It's not just like that secondary title. It feels like the title back in 2015 where everybody wanted that title. So even though the open challenges stuff aren't the greatest, at least you're getting more exposure to the U.S. title, so I'll give credit to that. But either that, what else is there to talk about? That's only 3 things of so many problems. Like, for example, the women's division. It's just there. Like, it's nothing special. Now we're going to get Natalya and Charlotte. First of all, Natalya hasn't really done anything with the title. If anything, the only focus on anything in terms of women's division right now is either 2 things: the return of Paige and Carmella holding the briefcase. That's literally it. Natalya honestly feels like an afterthought. I think honestly it was kind of too late for her to win the title now. Now with this whole dominatrix / catfish gimmick, I'm not as big a fan as Natalya. I'm not as big a fan of hers as I used to be. Worker, but it's just like I get sick of her getting shoved down our throats because she's the daughter of Ric Flair. And now they're going to have another match. The only good match they ever had was on that NXT, where they vacated NXT Women's Championship. Go watch that match. That was great. Look what happened when they got on the main roster. Their matches got less and less and less impressive. I mean, look, Extreme Rule. Look at Payback. We had that mediocre match, and look what happened. It ended in a screw job finish. Like, are you kidding me? That was horrific. The Extreme Rules. Their match was freaking terrible, and then it ended up in another brief screw job. I'm thinking to myself, what the hell's going on? Now they're going to have another match. Matches on SmackDown, they're just there. You don't care. And now they're going to have another pay-per-view? Well, fuck Becky Lynch and Natalya, you know, they can actually have a good match. And then, look, this is not Charlotte or Natalya's fault. The problem is the main roster. It's 9 day. When I love NXT, there's a reason. Because NXT, you're allowed to do a lot more. You're allowed to expand. You're allowed to just go out there and just perform to your full potential. With main roster, it's okay. You're going to do this, and you're going to do that. Oh, you cannot do that. Yeah, this is how we want to portray it. And it's just bad writing. It's just bad writing. It's clearly not his day. And look, I'm not saying you have to like NXT, but when I hear people say NXT is garbage and freaking they complain about main roster, it's like, it's clearly not his day. If you have an open mind It's nice day. NXT's the superior show, and they don't have to overbook everything. It's simple stories, but it's effective. The wrestling's there. The shows are only an hour long each every week. And the takeovers are fucking good, sometimes amazing. While the main roster, occasionally you'll get a good pay-per-view, and maybe once in a while you'll get awesome pay-per-view, but most of the time they're either just meh or crap. Prime example, look at No Mercy this year. It was just okay, but are we really going to remember it? I mean, be honest, are we really going to remember it? Battleground, people are considering that one of the worst pay-per-views of all time. Fastlane this year was god awful. I raged about that. Money Bank was just meh this year. Extreme Rules was terrible. Great Balls of Fire was meh. SummerSlam was a kind of a mixed bag too. I mean, really, and Royal Rumble had its fair shares of kind of like stuff, so it was just okay. Like the only good pay per view, I'm being honest, the only good pay per view so far has been Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania. But I honestly would say Elimination Chamber was better than Mania. I'm being serious. I could go back and watch the entire Elimination Chamber pay per view, and I could be like, you know what? There was some minor stuff I didn't like, there's some stuff I didn't like, but you know what? I wanted to watch the entire pay per view. WrestleMania, it was more just like, no joke. When I bought the DVD set, I just watched the first disc, just the WrestleMania portion, and the second disc I don't touch because that's when you had the WWE Championship match, you had the six-pack Women's Championship match, you had Brock and Goldberg in the main event, Roman and Taker, and it was like literally as soon as I got to Bray Orton, that's when the crap went downhill. It went down the crapper. Not saying WrestleMania this year was bad or anything, it was good, but you see my problem. And now we got Hell in a Cell coming. Now, looking at the card, it looks solid enough. But is it going to deliver? And my promise, I'm not going to go into this pay-per-view thinking, I can't wait for this pay-per-view. This pay-per-view is going to be the best thing ever. I'm going to it thinking, I'm praying for a good show. That's all I want. I just want a good show now. At this point, I don't care if the pay-per-view is great. I just want to go and watch it just saying, you know what? I'm happy. There are some things I didn't like, but you know what? I still enjoy a pay-per-view. I'll buy that. That's what I want. I want that mindset. Hell, even Backlash. I'm going to say Backlash was not a bad pay-per-view, but even then, it wasn't like anything special. And it's clearly not his day. And people have complained about the Road Dogg situation, how Road Dogg has become such a yes man now. He thinks everything's good right now. He thinks wins and losses don't matter. Now, going back to that, I got a little sidetracked. Charlotte and Natalia, again, seen them plenty of times. We don't care. Dolph Ziggler. Do we even care about these gimmick infringement things? I mean, we don't care. Ziggler's a good wrestler and everything, but the problem is they're not doing anything with him. He's just there to put over the new talent, which I admire, but it's like Ziggler's kind of lost in the shuffle now. Like, he could leave WWE and he'll probably go to New Japan, probably join Bullet Club and become a big name there, just like Cody Rhodes. The WWE Championship picture, it doesn't feel important. It doesn't feel like it's the championship you want. I'm not mad at Jinder Mahal's champion. The problem is, like, the booking they did with him. The booking with him has just been, it's just been, ugh. I think the guy could talk on the mic, but promise to give him these stupid things to say, like the whole racist comment controversy. Like, him and Nakamura, it's an intriguing idea on paper. It could be intriguing in real life, and that could get some viewership. But the problem is, they booked it so poorly where all they've done is just had freaking Mahal just getting Nakamura's facial features and saying how he looks like Mr. Miyagi and oh no, Godzilla's coming. It's like, this doesn't feel like a championship match. It literally feels like the equivalent of Yoshitatsu versus Tyson Kidd. find over an action figure back at when NXT was crappy. When was that whole competition thing, like American Gladiator style? Like, it's not good. Baron Corbin, I mean, what are they really doing with him? I guess they're putting him up against AJ Styles, which at least they're trying to have him start over. But another problem is, what was the point of having him win Money in the Bank if then he was only going to hold it for a month and then just lose it? If anything, you might as well just give him the Money in the Bank briefcase to Jinder Mahal and give him a year bill. So when he won the championship next year, people would have taken him more seriously. Because clearly, they put all their faith in Mahal. And then Baron Corbin, what did they do? You're going to drop the briefcase in a month, you're going to get buried by Cena, and then now they're going to start all over. Like, there was no point giving Corbin the briefcase then. There was no point, and it was dumb. Sami Zayn has not been used well. I mean, he loses to 8 English at random matches. Granted, English is a good worker, but it's like, this isn't like a build-up thing. This isn't like they slowly build up English. It's just English comes out, does a song, and then Randy will lose a match against Randy Orton, but then like when it comes to Sami Zayn, he'll beat him like out of the blues, like, oh my god. But it's like, why? Like, why are you doing this? This isn't a build up to anything. You know, like again, like why aren't people like Becky Lynch being used more often? You know? Freaking Tamina hasn't been used a whole lot either. They're doing this thing with Lana, but it's like, where's it gonna go from here? Is it actually gonna lead to something, or is this just an excuse to get Lana back in the manager position because she wasn't doing too well as a wrestler? What about Shelton Benjamin, Chad Gable? What's this going to lead to? They show up every other week on SmackDown, but it's like, what's the deal with that? You know, like, are you going to make them as a tag team? Or are you going to have you maybe with the Usos or New Day? But we haven't seen that much build from them. They just show up whenever they feel like. It's like, come on. It's Shelton Benjamin. Rusev, and it's like getting squashed. Then he won a match in 10 seconds against Orton. Like, that makes him credible. It's like, no, it doesn't. No, it's just saying, oh, we apologize for having Orton beat Rusev at SummerSlam. It's like, and then that was a disappointment. Again, and Randy Orton, no one gives a shit about him. Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, where the hell are they at? The Hype Bros, nobody cares about Mojo Rawley. If he were to get released, they'd be like, well, who cares? They care more about Zack Ryder. Again, Zack Ryder is talented, and they don't let him shine in the mid-card division. They're just sticking with Mojo Rawley, put him in the tag team, and now they're thinking of splitting him up, and it's like they're always losing now. Brings Dongo, you know, the Fashion Files are still good and all, but I want to see him more. I want to see him compete more, and not letting him do that. Freaking Ross, and then SmackDown still saying they do repeated matches. They still do repeated matches, and it's just freaking like, ugh. Like, what? They just do repeat matches, and they always do these like random tag matches that no one cares about, like Rusev and Mahal versus Orton and Nakamura. It's like, nobody cares about tag team matches. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I hate tag team main events. Unless it's for the tag titles, I honestly don't care. Or if it's some sort of dream match we wanted to see. I'm sorry, I get sick and tired of seeing tag matches in the main event constantly. I honestly do, and when that's what we mostly get now, it's honestly sickening to the point where you can even have AJ in that tag match. Most of the time, I will not care because it's like, it's a random tag match. I don't like that. I don't care if it's a middle show, but it's getting a point. It's like, you want to make things interesting? Why don't you do Jinder Mahal versus AJ Styles, champion versus champion match? Like during the build-up for Nakamura and Jinder Mahal for like Hell in a Cell or something. You know, why don't you do something like that? It doesn't have to be for a championship. Do like a title versus title match and give these guys freaking like 15, 20 minutes. You know, let them just go all out and just go out there and have a good match. But no, you do AJ Styles in an open challenge and gets shafted or whatnot, and then Mahal is just going to cut a really bad promo that friggin' would make more sense on a show like Superstars or Main Event. Like, it's ridiculous. And then, of course, Raw is just still garbage. Your Universal Champion, your World Champion there is barely on TV. He's probably not even going to be on TV until what? They said what? The next time is probably going to be the night before Survivor Series. And then he probably won't show up until probably like Royal Rumble. And he's just going to drop the belt to Roman Reigns at Main Event WrestleMania. Ooh, can't wait for that match. That's going to draw big money there. Freaking out. Screw the hell with the new talent. Let's just get Roman Reigns back in the Main Event picture because the fans will love him. Roman Reigns, and then we'll have Roman Reigns retire. We'll have freaking Roman Reigns retire Brock Lesnar too because that'll get him over with the crowd. Braun Strowman, Brock Lesnar. Ooh, dream match. People want to see that. No. Less than 10-minute match, and Brock Lesnar's going to go over with a few suplexes and F5. Samoa Joe, Brock Lesnar. Ooh, another dream match. People want to see that. No, 5 minutes, and then Lesnar just does a few suplexes, F5. Now they're considering doing Finn Balor, Brock Lesnar. This is why I don't want to see a match. On paper, it's like, oh, this is cool. It could be the Demon versus the Beast. This is going to be cool. It's a good underdog story. You know what the match is going to be? I'm willing to bet $1 million. It's going to be less than 10 minutes. Lesnar doing a bunch of suplexes and then winning with one F5. Maybe Finn Balor may do a few kicks and maybe, oh my God, possible spot where he hits a coup grab and Lesnar kicks out one or something. And then Lesnar just demolishes him after that with one F5. But then when it comes to Roman Reigns, Roman will kick out like 6 F5s and then hit Roman with hit Brock with only 2 spears and that's it. It's stupid. And then the Cruiserweight division, it's like no one cares. Enzo's champion. Who fucking cares? Nobody cares. The Cruiserweight division's a joke. It's completely a joke. When you thought it was bad before, now it's a complete insult. It's almost as bad as the Hornswoggle thing at this point. I know some people debate on that, but I'm sorry. It's annoying. In fact, you have guys like Kalisto that aren't in the Cruiserweight division, which you question. I mean, seriously, what's Sin Cara doing on SmackDown? He's doing nothing. Why don't you just put Sin Cara and Kalisto back? At least put them on Raw, so at least there's another tag team on Raw. Put the Lucha Dragons back at least. Because look at Raw's tag team division. Got Cesaro and Sheamus. Don't give a shit about that. The Hardy Boys. Jeff Hardy's out right now. Revival, one of them's still out on injury right now. Rollins and Ambrose, I mean, that's cool, but who are they going to face? The Club. They're just there, Yeah, Rhino Slayer, where the hell are they? Like, see my problem? And then the IC title, you always got to throw on the minutes. It's like, you do something different. We don't care about Jason Jordan. We don't. And now Roman Reigns and Miz, I'll give him credit. At least it's something different, at least. I'll give him credit for that. But me personally, I don't really care. I really don't. I mean, why don't you give someone like Elias Sampson a chance? No, let's just have him fight R-Truth randomly or have him fight Kalisto later. Seriously, when was the last time he had like a legit opponent he could fight? Like since Finn Balor? Then Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt. Ooh, we're going to redo this feud again. It's like, nobody cares at this point. I mean, I like the idea, but it's like they should have ended at SummerSlam, but then they continue it at fucking No Mercy, and then we thought it was over there, and then no, Bray Wyatt's still coming out. Samoa Joe, well, right now he's injured. Cena, I think he's taking more time off, so he's not going to be here. Sorry, that was Mitch calling me. And it's just freaking like, I don't get it. And then they tried splitting up Big Cass and Enzo, which, in my opinion, was the biggest mistake ever. That's a tag team right there. Whether you like them or not, it was still a tag team. And Enzo right now, again, I don't care for him. He's annoying. And then Big Cass is a failure right now. Look what happened. Now he's out with an injury. And their tenants, and it's showing because nobody's really watching the product. The viewership is going down. We see the same matches over and over again. There's nothing creative. Like, there's nothing. And this goes to both Raw and SmackDown. Raw is still the same as it was ever since the day after freaking the good Raw. after Battlegrounds. That is still the best 3-hour Raw we've had since the brand split. Still, but after that, Raw will only get maybe like a great match or two, and then that's it. And then the rest of the card is usually garbage, and it's just unwatchable. And then SmackDown used to be fucking great every week. And then now it's either just meh or just not watchable. And then when you find out that half the arenas are empty, I mean, that kind of tells you something. And then again, yeah, and it also makes me mad is when someone like Triple H busts her ass. Like, apparently this is true because Triple H was a big fan of Finn Balor. He helped Finn Balor out. Triple H is not even happy how Finn Balor is being booked right now. It's like, Finn Balor, I let the story go into it. He got injured. His goal was to get the Universal Championship back. That was his goal. What happens? He doesn't get his one-on-one rematch. No, he had to earn it. He doesn't even win the 5-way match. Okay, he's going to get it now. Nope. Nope. He's going to kick off at Payback in a segment with the Miz TV. He's going to have a feud with Bray Wyatt. And now he's still having a feud with Bray Wyatt. I mean, is he going to get his chance? And here's the thing. Even if he does get his chance, or when he does, he's just going to get squashed in 10 minutes, so who freaking cares? He's going to get squashed by freaking Lesnar because we can't have something different. Fuck Braun Strowman. The guy's probably one of the most over things right now in WWE. Fuck him. Don't put the strap on him. Don't do something good and shocking. No, that'll be shocking in a good way. We can't have that. Just do Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns because that's what the fans want to see. Screw giving the fans freaking something different like, oh, that's how Braun Strowman went. So then people then speculate thinking, oh, now what are they going to do? Are they going to do Roman Reigns and Strowman again? Are they going to do Finn Balor? Like, could they do Samoa Joe and Strowman? Like, that Samoa Joe and Strowman, that could be something different. There's no creativity. It's the same crap. It's the same crap. I mean, look what they've done to Bayley. I guess how they're trying to do damage control, but they need to do a lot of work with Bayley. And again, one thing that we'll still give credit for is Alexa Bliss is still one of the best things ever. And I'm praying to God they don't screw over Asuka. I'm praying to God. You know what they've done? Most of their NXT talent treat them like crap. So don't be surprised if Asuka starts out pretty decent and then she just becomes a jobber. I'm not going to be surprised. I mean, and then again, you have all these shows, for example, like Talking Smack, they cancel because the fans aren't watching. Bullshit. But yeah, people are watching 205 Live. Now, people are not watching 205 Live. That's total horseshit. And people that say 205 Live is the best WWE show right now over NXT, I'm sorry, you're fucking idiot. You're either drunk as hell, you're trolling majorly, or you're dumb. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm not even sorry. I'm taking that back. I don't care who you are. No. If you honestly think 205 Live and shows like that are good right now, you're a liar. You're a liar, or you're just trolling. Because nothing right now is topping NXT at this point. NXT is literally the only thing that's keeping WWE watchable, and it's a fact. I mean, look what NXT has done. You grind Red Dragon and Adam Cole. Fuck, people are like talking about Adam Cole still. You got Leo Rush now. People love Aleister Black. They love Aleister Black to death. They want to see this guy be champion. The takeover events fucking are killing it again. They used to be kind of just good, okay. And now they're starting to get back up because they're building up the rosters again. The women's division matters more on there. The tag team division matters more. Fuck, they're talking about bringing a mid-card belt. Hell, you took a match like Johnny Gargano and Andreas and Almas with barely any bell whatsoever, with that no bell whatsoever. You put them on an opener of the show. What happened? People are talking about that match saying, oh my God, that was a great opener. And then when I watch shows like that, it makes me wonder, why can't we get this on the main roster? If we got stuff like this on the main roster consistently, we would get viewership. We would get selling merchandise. People would be talking about it in a more positive aspect. Hell, if they did this stuff like for Hell in a Cell, I'm going to bet people will be going Cannot wait for Hell in a Cell. I cannot wait. How many people are actually like that right now? How many people are going to SmackDown Hell in a Cell thinking, this is going to be amazing, I cannot wait? Maybe a handful, but maybe a few, but most of the time people are just kind of like, well, it's a pay-per-view, I guess. We'll watch it, see how it goes. But that's my problem. And that's my problem is the WWE is so blinded that they just think by getting money they can just get away with anything. It's terrible. And then when we complain and we talk about our problems and their issues, again, remember when Luke Harper was over and everybody wanted to see him fight Bray Wyatt and beat or insert to the Bray Wyatt Orton match for WWE Championship? Remember when people were actually chanting Luke Harper? That's when Ryan Ward was around. When people were saying, we want Luke Harper, you know who said no? Vince McMahon. And then look what happened. Road Dogg got involved. Where's Harper? Harper's nowhere. Now, I mean, from what I've heard, he's had some few matches with Eric Rowan on live events, but it's like really? Like, but they're not even on SmackDown anymore, and they're not even on TV. It's like, fuck, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And then it's honestly like, you get what I mean? It's just so, there are only so many good things on WWE main roster. I would say the only great thing, the near perfect, is NXT. But the main roster, there's only maybe a few things that are actually good. And everything else is either very like a mixed bag or just utter garbage. I don't want WWE to fail. I want them to succeed. I want to be fun again. I want to come home and work every day thinking, cannot wait to get to Raw and SmackDown. I can't wait to see what they do. I want people like the Cruiserweights to succeed. I want exactly what they did with the Cruiserweight Classic. Exactly like that. If we got that, then 205 Live would be awesome. 205 Live would be great if you're allowing the Cruiserweights to be the Cruiserweights, and you're not. There's no characters. Nobody watches. Like, just because Enzo's on there, that doesn't mean the Cruiserweights are good. It's like, remember when they tried to get Sasha Banks and other people like that to put me on 205 Live? Did that help? No. Just because you get a person that's a little bit more well-known, that does not mean 205 Live is going to be better. Hell, they got Tajiri one time. Did that help? No. In fact, I totally forgot Tajiri was on 205 Live. I'm not going to lie. I saw some screenshots. And that's my problem. And a lot of people are saying like it should need to go back to TV14. If it goes back to TV14, that's fine. But just because it goes to TV14, that does not mean the product's going to be good. Sure, it'll be edgier, and it has some more ideas to do. But you need more than just a rating, a TV rating to save their products. All WWE needs to do is just this is all they need to do. This is me being honest. Come up with better stories. And they do, and keep in mind, when it comes to stories, they do not have to be overcomplicated. You don't have to overcomplicate. They can be simple stories. Simple but effective. Freaking new matches. And when I mean new matches, I don't mean like, oh, we're going to do this new match and it's going to be like 5 minutes long. Like, let's say like Finn Balor versus The Miz for IC titles, only like 5 minutes. No, give them good like 20 minutes. You know, do something like that. And to make it interesting, why don't you add stipulation? Fuck. You know, maybe a 3 falls match or so. You know, that will be something to really kind of get the fans going like, oh my God, we're getting a 2 out of 3 falls match for the IC title between Miz and Balor? I'm interested in that. Like, there's stuff you can do with that. So come up with new matches. New matches. Use the talent better. Bray Wyatt is an awesome competitor, but the problem is people don't care about him because he's lost so many times. And I love Bray Wyatt to death, but they treat him as such a joke. That's my problem. And Bray Wyatt, and we won the championship, it was like, oh, thank God, they're going to do something. What happened? No, thanks to Vince McMahon, you have to drop it to Orton. And look what Orton did. He did nothing with it. And it was just for him to drop it to Mahal. So here's what I'm saying. Better stories, better use of talents, new matches. Stop being egotistical and calling fans pretty much stupid and whiny little bitches, and maybe hear some of them out. And I'm not saying you have to listen to fans all the time. You can sometimes do what you want, but sometimes if you listen to the fans and they say they'd rather see this, then maybe put your faith in them, because that's what WWE did last, would usually do. Back in the day, we listen to the fans and look what will happen. You would actually get people talking about in a good way. You know, that it's really not that hard. But the problem is Vince McMahon, guys like Road Dogg and Scott Armstrong and Goldust are all becoming these corporate yes men, these guys that don't give a shit. They just think, well, they're going to buy the program. They're going to buy our merch. They're going to buy, our shows. They're going to buy the tickets. So as long as we're getting their money, we don't care what happens. Win or losses don't matter. Who cares? That's their mindset. I remember when WWE was all about giving the fans what they want and making everybody happy. Where freaking they made the fans happy, but then they still got paid, and everybody was happy. You had someone like Austin Aries who could have been great, but you stuck him in the cruiserweight division, and you're going to keep him that way, and he left because of that, because nobody cares. Neville's a great wrestler, and I give him credit for being a cruiserweight division, trying his best to revive it. But I like to see some of the cruiserweights fight the current main roster guys, new matches. That's something we all complain. Like, why don't you have TJ Perkins versus like the Miz for the Intercontinental Championship? Something different like that. Can you imagine that? Holy shit, a cruiserweight versus freaking a more heavyweight guy like the Miz for IC title? Different match. And they'll get people talking. Especially if you book TJ Perkins the right way. You have like when you have him in the Cruiserweight Classic, that TJ Perkins versus the current Miz on free TV Raw, that'll get viewership. It'll get people talking. It'll pass the message around. Hell, doing matches like Hell in a Cell, freaking at pay-per-view like No Mercy, that'll get viewership because people are going to be telling everybody, oh my God, there's Hell in a Cell at freaking No Mercy. Pass the message around. Instead of like, oh yeah, Hell in a Cell match, the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Cool. I mean, you did. It's just, and look, everybody has their own opinion on things. I understand that. But when you defend stuff like Road Dogg's making things good, when you're saying 205 Live is good, I'm sorry, I can't respect that. I cannot respect that. And because you have a Fatal 5-Way on 205 Live, you honestly think we're going to watch? No. Because I don't care. And that's the sad thing, is that it's simple things WWE can fix so easily. I'm not kidding you. It's easy, simple things WWE can fix, and they're not fixing it. And whenever they do something right, they only do a handful of things good. Again, I'm giving WWE credit. I'm not saying everything's garbage about it. There's some good things I like, but the problem is I want everything to be good. I want everything to be like, I want to do reviews. I want to talk positively. You think I like coming out here talking crap? You think I like complaining? No. I want to talk about how, oh my God, this show, WWE, this No Mercy show was awesome. I loved every minute of it. It was a good show. It wasn't perfect, but you know what? There was a lot of good stuff I really liked about it. Do you think I like complaining about Jinder Mahal being champion? I want to say Jinder Mahal has been a good champion so far. You know, his promos have been excellent. His matches have been on par. This Nakamura and Jinder Mahal feud is one of the best currently right now. I like it. I want to say stuff like that, but I can't. Because if I did that, I'd be lying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you guys think Road Dogg's doing good, that's your fault. That's your opinion, but I'm sorry, it's the wrong opinion. If you like 205, I'm sorry, 205 is not good. I watched my first 205 live at the live SmackDown. I didn't care. I didn't care. When it came to Neville and Enzo Pro, I walked out to get my merch. Cedric Alexander, Brian Kendrick wasn't that good. On the Cruiser Concept, it would have been that awesome, but it wasn't that good. Stories on there are crap. The characters, or if you even call them that, are garbage. I'm sorry, I do not care. And Road Dogg is being ignorant little whiny little bitch. They're all being yes men now, and they're telling their audience to just shut up and eat and enjoy this. And you wonder why we complain like we need Triple H to take over. You wonder why we say that. You wonder why we demand, let's get Paul Heyman back. Why do you think we want Shane McMahon to legit take over? Why do you think we want something different? Because WWE right now isn't going up. It's not moving forward in a good way. It's not rising up to the scales. It's going down, down, down. If it continues that route, it could go as bad as TNA right now, where TNA are literally on life support. I'm not saying WWE isn't close there yet, but if they continue this, they will be. They will be on life support. And that's my problem. I just want WWE to be good. That's about it. That's all I really have to say. All I'm saying is things need to change. And I hope they change soon, because if this continues, WWE is going to just be history. If that's what it's literally going to be, it's going to be history. They need to change. And I hope they change soon. Otherwise, it's just going to be another TNA where they're just going to be on life support, and then eventually no one's even going to care. I got nothing else to say, so I'm done.